Hello and welcome to Norfolk for the final rounds of Mini Challenge 2011. The race for the championship title has kept us all on our toes throughout this season, and now the passion, drama and excitement we have seen in abundance culminates on the new 300 circuit at Snetterton.
We qualified second for the first race yesterday afternoon. Was driving a good race, was in the lead, and unfortunately the engine management light came on the last lap, which shut the car down to limp mode. So it's just about getting the car home the best we could.
We thought the new circuit with Coram was going to be important, and to be honest, it's proven not to be a place to overtake, and it's the straights that are critical. We were losing some straight line speed, which we now think setup-wise we've sorted out. We made 4 places yesterday in the race, and hopefully from 11th again I can get into the top 5.
The championship might not yet be over, but we're already looking forward to next year with some new contenders in the mix.
And we're not really here to... We're here for fun, so whatever happens, happens. It's just we're here for a bit of fun and to see how well we do. We're not here to try and win the championship in our first year. We're here to learn and to have fun. So if we win it, it's amazing, but I mean, I don't think we will next year, but you never know.
Michelle, you're back after a short hiatus and you came storming in with a win.
I know, it was amazing. I was quite surprised. I almost had to pinch myself as I was going round. I couldn't believe I was in the lead. I haven't really got any pressure on me, and I just came into this, I've been really, really lucky. The Green Group have helped me out so that I can race this weekend, and so I've just said to myself, no pressure, just have a bit of fun and see how you get on. So of course yesterday when I won, I was like, wow, that's amazing. So I just have to see where we go from pole today.
So the championship is still very much up for grabs with just 2 races to go this year. Luke Cordell is all the way back on the 5th row, so he has a lot of work to do. Lee Allen, also a contender for the championship, on 2nd row, and up in pole, Chris Knox, current championship leader, but there's still everything to play for.
Certainly is. It feels like a very long wait since Anglesey, waiting for this championship to resolve itself here at Snetterton. Penultimate race of the season with Chris Knox on pole, alongside him on front row of the grid, Sam Osborne. Jason Richardson, great to see him do well again on row 2 alongside Lee Allen, but let's watch Luke Cordell down on the 5th row of the grid. We get the green flag for the marshal at the rear of the field, so it's eyes to the gantry time. The red lights flash on, and out they go. Away we go with a brilliant start there from Chris Knox from pole. He has got the track positions. They surge up towards Richardson for the first time. Also a good start from Lee Allen, who we ride with as the field descend en masse towards the first corner, fanning out to the pit lane exit. Now that's kind of Lee giving Chris Knox a helping hand into riches, and actually Knox runs a little bit wide. Lee Allen's got the inside line there as they accelerate on towards Montreal, and Lee Allen is going to take lead in the race with Chris Knox in 2nd, Sam Osborne in 3rd, and then I'd imagine the rest of the field fighting out for 4th position down through the gears and onto the brakes into Montreal. Look at this 2-3 abreast. Jason Richardson trying to squeeze past Sam Osborne. Sam, though, has got the inside line en route towards Palmer, so I think he should hold on to that 3rd position. Nothing Richardson can do in car with Michelle Nixon in the club class. It's Ambrose Neals leading the club class just ahead of us as cheers the crowd, and why not 3 abreast into Palmer on that one here. Finley Crocker has emerged up into 3rd position. Everybody else is fighting out further down the field, although we get a spin and off goes Kevin O'Connor, and he tags Lee Patterson as well, and that's very unfortunate. O'Connor and Patterson spin to the rear of the field as Luke Cordell making progress. He goes past Jason Richard, he goes past Sam Osborne as well. 2 for the price of 1 through Agostini. As in the lead of the race, Lee Allen just empty track ahead of him. He's going to try and put the gap over Chris Knox, although I think to keep Lee's championship chances alive, he needs Chris to slip down the field just a little bit back in car with Jason Richardson as he closes onto the tail of Luke Cordell. He does more than close the tail of Luke Cordell into Oggies, and yet Luke Cordell waving him goodbye there as he then makes space to move up a gear through Williams and on to the Bentley Straight, and all of that has enabled Sam Osborne just to try and squeeze back past Jason Richardson. It really is all kicking off here at Snetterton. Fantastic race from the Mini Challenge, which has given us some of the best racing I think in the UK this year, as Cordell gains another place, this time on Finley Crocker through Brunton Nelson. So Luke Cordell, who started 10th, he's up to 3rd already. We're only 2/3 away around that one. It's a great drive from Luke Cordell, with Crocker in 4th, Richardson in 5th, Sam Osborne then in 6th position. Out to Coram and into Murray's end of lap 1. Lee Allen just trying to pull away from Chris Knox. Jason Richardson has got a 5 view in his rearview mirror as Sam Osborne bouncing up onto 2 wheels over the curbs at Murray's. I think this helped Jason rather than Sam, as yes, Sam Osborne slips back a couple of car lengths adrift of Jason Richardson as the field complete the first lap, turn through Riches into lap 2. Now what can Chris Knox do about challenging Lee Allen? What can Sam Osborne do about maintaining his position? He goes completely sideways and holds onto it through Riches. Great stuff. So the leading trio arrive into the hairpin at Montreal and accelerate on towards Palmer. So it's Knox in second, Allen in the lead, and then Luke Cordell in third position. The club class battle continues without Dean Raymond. He retires from the race into Palmer, and then accelerating on to the hairpin at Agostini. Cordell coming under a little bit of pressure as he moves down the gears into Agostini. So he drove bang! What an impact! That's an enormous accident there for Luke Cordell. I don't know what happened, and that is scary, scary stuff. A gigantic impact there for Luke Cordell, who was just minding his own business. Very, very glad to see Luke getting out of the car, because that was what we did not want to see in the final round of the championship. Although Chris Knox and Lee Allen are down now one rival in that championship battle. Rinkard, Jason Richardson, can this shed light on what happens? So we move down the gears, we look to the inside, Finley Crocker, we go onto the grass, we lose it, and you can see Luke Cordell, and that is a horrific impact. Very reminiscent of the Takuma Sato Nick Heifeld crash in Austria a few years ago. Both drivers emphatically out of the race, and hopefully they're both more or less okay as well, because that was a very, very nasty accident, and one which I suspect is going to bring the safety car out, but for the moment it's not, and the race continues at the head of the field with still Knox shadowing Lee Allen. Then we've got the gap in third where Luke Cordell used to be. Finley Crocker, who has had the two cars inside him eliminated from the race, so he is there in third position. Stuart Lyons in fourth. Outwalls Niels leads the club class from this great battle between Michelle Nixon, Daniel Bishop and Andre Maggi. Three of them down the Bentley straight, turning into Brundle and Nelson. Michelle Nixon being pressurised somewhat here by Daniel Bishop. Now when will Bishop make his move? Possibly into the bomb hole. Looks to the inside, he can't squeeze through there, so instead he just piles on the pressure to Michelle Nixon, who takes a very tight line through the bomb hole. Again, Bishop swung all over a rear bumper. I think, though, battle is going to be temporarily paused. The safety car, unsurprisingly, I'd venture, is out, so the race is being neutralised following that enormous incident there between Luke Cordell and Jason Richardson. Now, with regards to the championship, with Luke Cordell out of the race, it really is advantage Chris Knox, and for the Allens to keep this alive into the final race of the season, is really going to need Knox to suffer some severe misfortune. Into the pit lane is Justina Williams. Also, Patrick Mortimer has got a bit of work on his car. Looks like a puncture. Change of tyre. Safety car peels in, and we go back racing at Snetterton once more. Now, what can Chris Knox do here on the restart as he settles in behind the Allen? Look at the teams on the pit wall waving their men on, and really that is the spirit of the mini challenge. Everybody is so committed to making their man or woman the fastest on the track and fighting for the victory. Cars make a wonderful sight, just sliding ever so slightly through Riches, so to carry the speed on towards the hairpin here at Montreal. Knox looking to the outside of Lee Allen. For the moment, Lee Allen has got that advantage, and Chris Knox just can't find his way through. Also, Finley Crocker in third place. It's a great drive here from Finley Crocker, really his strongest showing of the season, and a podium would be just rewards for all of his efforts. So everybody cleanly making it through. Palmer, Andrew Bailey runs wide, George Allen runs very wide and goes off into the tyre barrier. Disaster there for George Allen, who just went shooting off. Don't know what happened there, but George Allen is out of the race. His son Lee continues to lead the race, so mixed fortunes here for the Trucker Line team and the Allen family. With Lee leading the race, George out of it, Finley Crocker on the grass. That might bring Stuart Lyons and also Chris Smith and Sam Osborne into the mix, so George Allen's car is pushed away. Allen under significant pressure here from Chris Knox, and really this leading group of 6 cars. Then the first daylights between Osborne in 6th and Lee Sullivan in 7th as leaders exit the bomb hole, and still Chris Knox closing in onto the tail of Lee Allen. Coram, as we were hearing earlier on from the drivers, no longer really an overtaking opportunity. Instead they'll look to get as good an exit as possible from Murray's onto the centre straight, but it's Finley Crocker who's carrying the speed through, and Finley Crocker looking to get up onto the tail of Chris Knox, but the red flag is out. The race is being stopped, and we're well over half distance, so I think we could well have a result here. Cars slowing down, and yes, we do have the result, with Lee Allen taking the win from Knox in 2nd, Finley Crocker in 3rd, Stuart Lyons 4th, Chris Smith in 5th, and then Sam Osborne did hold on for 6th position. In terms of the classes, well, the JCW class is top 3 in the race with Lee Allen from Chris Knox and Finley Crocker, and the club class, well, once more, Bound Walton Eels from Michelle Nixon and Daniel Bishop. That was a dramatic and very, very exciting race, and one that has seen a new champion crowned. It is Chris Knox, who is the Millie Challenge champion for 2011.
Chris, a second there, but who cares about that? You've won the championship. Congratulations. How are you feeling?
Finally, not the way I wanted to win it. Obviously, Jason and Luke had a bit of a coming together. First of all, I hope they're okay. But yeah, we've won the championship now, and presumably the overall championship. Massive thanks to Mini Spares. Without them this year, I wouldn't be racing. Accelerate Motorsport, fantastic setup. The car was fantastic all weekend. Well, on Friday, I think I was just overdriving the car, but I've finally done it and I can relax.
That was a rather eventful race. Did you check out what was going on behind you?
Yeah, first win in the dry this year. We just finally got a little bit better setup on the rear end. Cars doing what we wanted to do. I didn't actually see it going on behind me, but when I come back round, I saw it all going in the wall, and I was like, oh dear. I hope Jason and Luke are okay, because it looked quite hefty. There's plenty of glass all over the circuit. I was surprised they actually restarted the race, but no, it was okay.
There's some really good drivers, to be honest with you, and anybody that comes into the championship in a single make and thinks that they're going to, walk away with it, I think is a bit misguided. It's really close. Cars are close. It gets tough. It's actually easier at the front than it is at the back, and I've spent most of the season in the mid to rear of the class. We've had a good car here, like the circuit. You get cleaner racing, I would say, near the front.
Well, no one's in any doubt what you are.
Club class champion this year. It's been a fantastic year. Just like to thank Accelerate Motorsport, Mini Spares UK, and Mum and Dad.
Oh, Mum and Dad get a mention as well. You have had an absolutely fantastic season, Anne. I mean, you just stormed it throughout, really.
Yeah, it's been a great year. I mean, the step up from Sax Max wasn't really too big. So, I mean, we was fast in the car straight away. But yeah, it's just been a fantastic year.
It's not just been a fantastic year for Ant, it's been a fantastic year for the spectators who've been treated to some excellent racing. The drivers receive a very well-deserved cheer on the podium.
So we have a brand new Mini Challenge champion 2011. Congratulations to Chris Knox. But the weekend is not over. We've got one more race to go. Join us after the break.